There's a lot of thought behind the stories of some games, whether they're produced by big names or by little startup indie developers. Storytelling in games has come a long way, especially with what developers can do now to advance the plot. Hello and welcome, this is Pan the Panda from Panban Gaming, and today we'll be traversing through the test chambers hoping to not be detected, as we'll be reviewing Portal 2, a game developed and released by Valve in 2011. I've had this game on Steam and it currently goes for around $20. So let's grab our long fall boots and get ready for an epic journey through the review. In the game, you start off as Shell, the silent protagonist who wakes up in a room similar to a motel. As you get up, you are instructed by a voice to do a sort of cognitive exercise. In this part of the game, I felt pretty zen, relaxed. You know, it was a very nice and very welcoming change of pace. After the whole entire cognitive exercise, you are put back to sleep, though once you wake up in a dilapidated mess, the entire facility seeming to be crumbling around you. And in addition, there is a voice knocking at the door.
You just jump.
Looking at it all, the game has a lot of interactive storytelling elements, as the story seems to center around you a lot. That, coupled with the fact that the announcements made by the characters seem to react to you, is also a nice touch. Overall, for storytelling, they did a nice job, and I liked the decisions that they made for it. I will be giving the storytelling and plot an overall B rank. Going on to look at the graphics, I really like what they did with this part, destroying the room around you as you travel through the facility. As you go on, though, you realize that not only is this facility massive, you are almost all alone within it, aside from all of the AI cores in the facility itself. Looking at the visuals for the labs, I like what they did. They made them seem run down, gritty, dirty, and believable within a realistic sense. I like the fact that they put a lot of detail and effort into making a place look as run down as it was in this scene. Now I'm going to take a good, hard, scientific look at these effects, and they are pretty well done. The portals open from the center out, which gives it this nice effect of rippling on a lake. I also like the added touch that they took the cubes and made them turn yellow whenever you place them on top of the buttons. It makes for a really fun experience. Going through the dynamic lighting, it can range from pretty bright to very dark, depending on where you're at in the facility. Everything around you is illuminated in different ways, and sometimes even the glows from the portal themselves can illuminate things around them, just a little bit. There's a nice job done with the animations in this game, and you won't find yourself going through a wall, of course unless it's open for you to go through it, but there's a couple of glitches here and there. It's not too much, it's just cosmetic stuff. With all of the graphical design decisions that Valve made in this game, I really enjoyed it, even though there was a couple of cosmetic things. I'll be giving the graphics an overall B rank. Looking at the audio and listening to the music, it is very industrial, but grand, adding to the scope of the facility while you wander through it. It makes the whole game feel as if everything fits together well, giving you that feeling that the entire place is creepy, abandoned, and empty of human life. Just listening to that makes me feel as if I'm all alone. Turning an ear to the sounds, they sound like they've all been redesigned. And it's been done well. The portal gun sounds pretty futuristic, and everything else sounds a lot better as well. Going into details on the ambience, the facility's metallic groans and the sound of humming make the whole thing come to life. As the environment changes, so does the sound, making it feel like you're there, as if you're walking through the depths of the abandoned facility.
Good work getting this.
Overall, because the audio was remastered very well and redone with extreme detail, I'll be giving the game an overall B rank in the sound category.
Respect your right to have questions or concerns about this policy.
Taking a look at the gameplay, as far as the logic is concerned, I didn't find any pros or cons for it, excepting that the AI acting for all of this is done pretty well. Looking at the controls, I've played this with both a controller and a mouse and keyboard, and I find that the mouse and keyboard actually works better in this setting because it allows for more precise aiming. This is a plus for trying to place a portal on a target that's really far away. Going on to the level design, it was done sort of well. I mean, it's intuitive and mostly easy to understand, though later levels do get a little bit more difficult.
And I'll show you something.
Taking a look at upgrades and customization, while there are a ton of achievements, there's not much else in the way of actual upgrades or customization in this game, because this game focuses more on telling a story rather than having upgrades for the player. Now, there is a multiplayer element to this game. In fact, it's co-op. And there's a whole new campaign and story for said co-op, requiring two players to work together and finish puzzles. Each segment allows you to take a breather in between the puzzles so you can catch your breath. I've only ever completed 3 of these with my own father. As for mods, this game includes a user-friendly test chamber maker that will allow you to make new maps and content extremely quickly. And there is a lot of added content already out for the game if you check out Steam Workshop. Due to the fact that the gameplay feels extremely good and the game itself is done well, I'll be giving the gameplay an overall A rank. And here is my final take. The game itself is done extremely well. Valve has done an excellent job at releasing a sequel to a game that was highly acclaimed. Though they didn't make it quite as good, I'm not going to nitpick about the details. Overall, the game itself earns a B ranking. And that wraps up another game review on Panban Gaming. Please be sure to put a portal through that like button, and if you hate us or love us, then comment and subscribe. Visit our webpage at SHADOWFOOT.net. If you like our content and want to find out more about us, please consider visiting our Patreon page. There you can find out where we began and become a part of the action. Once again, this has been Panda from Panban Gaming, and I'll see you on the next one.
Thing we need to take care of first.